Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Let's Play. My name is Anna Mardal, and this is The Crown and the Flame, Book 3, Chapter 15. We are so close to the end. Can you believe it? This has been so many videos. So today, the fate of the Five Kingdoms hangs in the balance as Kenna and her allies fight to protect Stormhold. The lightning strikes. Now playing as Kenna. On the morning of battle, you wait on horseback at the gates of Stormhold alongside Dom and Jackson. I don't like the look of those clouds to the west. I'll take clouds over armies any day. We'll have both soon enough. Honestly, at this point, I'd take the army over the waiting. All this silence and stillness is making me nervous. Azura will be keeping her forces out of sight. Should we be doing the same? No point. Azura's scouts and spies have dogged us from the beginning. That witch probably knows our troop count better than we do. Speaking of Azura, where is she? That messenger said, parley 1 hour after sunrise. It's almost noon. Seems rude to be late to your own invasion. Jackson sits up straighter in the saddle. Here they come. You peer toward the horizon and spy 2 white horses approaching. Let's go. Okay, so here's the plan. You two stand around and look tough. I'll turn into a dragon and kill her. Say tried that already. The best she could manage was a distraction. Besides, if we kill our enemies during a peaceful parley, we're no better than Azura. Even if we could kill her here, it wouldn't stop her army. If anything, it might make them fight harder. Are her soldiers really that devoted to her? You're about to see for yourself. At the bottom of the hill, you bring your horses to a stop just paces from Joran and Azura. A fine morning, Your Majesty. I should say, our options are good day, Your Radiance, hello Azura, or morning witch. We will say hello Azura. The corner of Azura's mouth twitches with irritation, but she quickly masks it. Azura glances over your armor. Her reaction is somewhere between dazzled and unsettled. My, how radiant you look this morning. Quite an inspiring sight. I had hoped it would be enough to chase you away. Ha! Almost, fair queen, almost. But alas, not quite. Azura nods to Joran. He rides forward to address you. Her shining radiance, Empress Azura, awaits the terms of your surrender. And she'll keep waiting. Your Empress can turn around and sail home, or watch her men die at the foot of Stormhold. Do not presume to threaten your betters, Realm Rat, unless you intend to break this parley and become the battle's first casualty. Aha, this must be Joran. Joran shoots Dom an imperious glare. What do you know of me, Realm Rat? Only what I've heard. How's your rear, by the way? They tell me Leon kicked it pretty hard. Do not speak of things you do not understand. The old man would have died before my blade had the Empress not selected him for tribute. A fate you should pray you are lucky enough to share. Dom shakes his head, giving a low whistle. Wow, you know, I don't normally like eating people, but I think in your case, I'll make an exception. Yeet. Joran opens his mouth to reply, then hesitates, thrown. Before he can answer, Azura lifts a hand to silence him. Queen Kenna, I implore you to stop this pointless battle. Surrender peacefully, and I will allow you to rule in my name. You may even retain your title of queen if it please you. How generous of you. But I'm afraid I wouldn't make a very good subject. Never quite got the hang of kneeling. Come now, I knew you were stubborn, girl, but I did not take you for a fool. Do you truly believe you stand any chance of winning? You tell me. You nod to Dom, and he shoots a fireball high into the sky. On cue, the castle comes alive with troops. Every wall, window, and parapet bristles with siege armaments and stern faces. Do you imagine I'm afraid of this rabble? You sit tall in the saddle, your armor rippling gold and silver in the morning sun. As a matter of fact, yes, I think you are. And what's more, I think you're afraid of me. You insolent little child! I have toppled kingdoms with my own hands. Their rulers begged like dogs for the privilege of cowering at my feet. I am not frightened by the likes of you. Azura's words echo shrilly up to the castle, and her expression falls, confused, as a wave of laughter echoes back. Why not shout that a little louder? I think I hear our sides surrendering. Azura gives a weary huff, then slowly smiles. Oh, I nearly forgot to ask. How did you enjoy the 2 little gifts I sent you? The assassins? Oh, they were lovely, but I'm afraid quite fragile. Raiden and I broke them while playing. Speaking of which, how did you enjoy my spy master? Quite a bit, in fact. His talents match his reputation, particularly that silver tongue. Oh, you mean your little kiss? Yes. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Raiden said it was miserable, but I'll tell him you said hello. Azura's face twitches with annoyance. Shall I also give your tidings to Leah? Azura's face is blank as stone. She gives a smooth, practiced shrug. If you wish. Personally, I choose a loose hand with my daughter. All children have their own petty rebellions. A mother forgives. Though first she must wash away the filth. Well, this has been a delight. Alas, if you still refuse to surrender. I do. Then I've a victory dinner to prepare for. Joran, come. Joran falls in behind Azura as she walks her horse around in a slow half-pirouette, then smiles at you over one shoulder. By the way, your Royal Majesty, I want you to know that I ensured Sir Leon was given a proper burial befitting a mighty warrior. His body was preserved and painted with the 100 blessings, according to our most ancient traditions. His sarcophagus holds a place of honor in the Crypt of Champions. I visited him shortly before we left. His face was so peaceful, as if he was sleeping. You feel a wave of heat behind you as Dom burns with rage. Beside you, Jackson clenches his blade. I should say, we'll bury you there as well. You'll rot in a ditch, or I will bring Leon home. I think my strategy guide doesn't say, so I get to pick, and I'm gonna say I'll bring Leon home. Azura ignores you and rides away humming. You do all this work to get over your anger issues, and then someone like that comes along. Something's not right. Yeah, I haven't turned into a dragon and killed her yet. Not that. Queen Kenna, look! You and Dom follow Jackson's gaze to the horizon. What? I don't see anything. Exactly. No troops, no archers, no scouts. I thought you said she was keeping them in hiding. I thought she was. Beyond the horizon. I assumed they'd march this morning after parley and attack at midday. But It's midday now, because Azura was late and planning a victory dinner. If she thinks she'll destroy us by nightfall, her troops can't be beyond the horizon. But that would mean they're already here. The world spins. You turn your gaze toward the tree line. They're in the woods. Azura's army marched around us. She's going to strike now. Back to the castle. You wheel your horses and gallop back towards Stormhold. All around you, Iron Empire troops pour out of the forest like ants from an anthill. Now can I turn into a dragon? Not yet. Your power won't last all day. We need to save you for the right moment, and this isn't it. Jackson lifts a finger to his lips, blowing a long, sharp whistle. The castle gate opens and you charge inside. The second you're inside, Jackson leaps from his horse and runs toward the stairs. Soldiers, to arms! Are we fighting already? Azura's army is making their move. We have to... The entire castle shakes. Ooh! What was that? Atop the wall, Jackson stares out at the battlefield in shock as dark storm clouds blot out the sun. You all may want to see this. Gods! That's a lot of siege weaponry. Like, a lot. It all just rolled up so quickly. Siege weapons? Raiden, why didn't you spot those amongst her army? Perhaps the same reason your scouts missed all the soldiers in the woods. Enough! Don't you see? These weapons and soldiers weren't among Azura's army because her army was a diversion. She must have sent these by ship and landed to the west of us. This changes our entire battle plan. Our walls won't last a day against those monstrosities. That's kind of rewriting history a little bit because Stormhold has previously been established in Book 1 as being impregnable. Like, no siege weapon ever worked against it. And in fact, we had to go to the Technocrats to get special siege weapons that would work against it. But, okay. Then we'll attack. I'm not going to wait around for Azura to destroy us. We're going to strike first. You want to charge? Azura certainly won't see that coming. Jackson, hold down the castle. Everyone else with me. You hurry off the wall and back to your horse as the troops assemble in the courtyard. No more speeches. This is it. There's an army out there that wants to take our homes, like they've taken countless others. The gate begins to lift open. Let's show them what happens to any fools stupid enough to attack the Five Kingdoms. The gate opens. Charge! Like a bursting dam, your forces explode out of Stormhold, a massive wave of riders cascading down the hill. Soldiers of Stormhold, with me! Knights of Abanthus, give 'em hells! Your forces form a wedge, heading straight for the Iron Empire's scattered front lines. Dom, Sei, now! Dom and Sei sprint past you at impossible speed. They surge to the head of the pack, bursting into flames as they leap into the sky. Finally! Roar! Wings spread flat, they glide overhead. Dom, take out those trebuchets. Got it. Sei, Azura's all yours. Good, I have been dreaming of a rematch. Sei and Dom split off as your forces roll down the hill and crash straight into the enemy. Ha! Oh! To the west, Dom sails over the trebuchets, a line of flame cutting through the battlefield like a hot knife. Roar! As Z's engines blaze beneath pillars of dragon flame, a company of archers open fire. Arrows fill the sky, pelting Dom like hail. Suddenly, a rocket of blue flame soars into the sky above the archers and explodes, raining down on them from above. Ah! Face the fire, dogs of Azura! Master Anu! Dominic, I am with you. Press the attack. I'm way ahead of you. Dom swoops back in to attack the trebuchets once more. Prah! Felix, just in time. Want to help me set some war machines on fire? Felix is so cute. Dom swoops toward the cannons. Claws outstretched, he snatches a keg of blasting powder off the ground and soars high into the air. Felix, catch! Dom hurls the barrel across the battlefield. Felix shoots past it mid-flight like a burning arrow, and the barrel catches flame. Look out! The barrel explodes. Nice one, Felix. Meanwhile, to the east, Sei curls high into the sky, wingtips brushing the clouds. Then she pivots, tucks her wings, and plummets like a falcon. Azura! What? At the rear of the army, Azura throws up her shield as 20,000 pounds of dragon crashes down on top of her. You again! Azura slides backward across the ground, sparks shredding from her shield as Sei tears at its surface with razor claws and burning fangs. You will die today, witch! Iron Empire soldiers close in around Sei, stabbing at her legs with pikes and lances. That's enough of that! A flaming whip lashes out, biting the heads from the soldiers' weapons. Sei, I will handle this rabble. Do not let Azura escape. I don't intend to. Sei paints Azura's shield with an unrelenting torrent of flame from point-blank range. The flames burn so hot that the mud begins to boil. Azura struggles to maintain her shield. Ugh! As lightning and fire dance in the air, Azura's army pivots, blocking your path to the Empress and forcing your charge to a halt. Look out! You turn to see a towering enemy soldier stomp into the fray, hacking at the Navraki troops on the flank with a massive bastard sword. Roar! Oh! Nearby, Diavalos issues commands from the head of a countercharge as his troops assault the front lines. Kenna, we'll sweep them from behind and clear the way while you deal with that brute. You wheel your horse and ride toward the enemy soldier. Ha 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 ha! Little princess wants to play? We're gonna use Leon's ram's head mace. You yank Leon's ram's head mace from your belt and heft it high above your head. I even brought my favorite toy. As you ride past the soldier, you swing the mace in a wide backhand arc. Your weapon crashes through his helmet so hard it crumples. Ooh! The soldier topples forward, dead before he hits the ground. Excellent, Kenna! Diavalos and his troops burst through the Empire's flank and begin to advance. As the fighting begins to thicken, you climb down off your horse and dive into the fray. As your troops charge forward, a formation of Iron Empire riders move in to cut you off. Damn. Nothing a little ingenuity can't fix. Suddenly, Whitlock is standing at your side and brandishing a strange pistol. Whitlock, what are you doing here? What is that? It's called a flare gun, and it does this. Whitlock lifts the flare gun and pulls the trigger. A column of white light and blue smoke rockets into the sky, spiraling over the field. What is that supposed to do? Scare them? Actually, you're not that far off. Look! You turn toward Stormhold, where Hex's auto ballista peeks out above the battlements. Like a flock of ravens taking flight, a cloud of arrows explodes off the walls of Stormhold, then bursts into flames. Gods, where did we find all those archers? Not archers, plural. Just one. Hex. Now watch. The arrows shower down in front of the Empire's riders. Whoa! Retreat! The riders wheel their horses and flee. Whitlock, that was amazing! I'm glad you think so. It was Hex's idea. And we're not done yet. Whitlock yanks a capsule from his belt, reloads his weapon, and runs to the top of a nearby hill. He fires a dozen flares into the sky. Watch out! This way! Azura's riders circle. But Whitlock's smoke and Hex's arrows meet them at every turn, steering them around the battlefield like puppets. We'll keep Azura's cavalry busy. You get in there and finish this! As you hurry on, you take one last glance towards Stormhold, where you can just barely make out a distant figure on the battlements. It's Hex. She looks happy. You charge past the front lines and into Azura's army. A screaming enemy soldier charges straight at you. For the Empress! You unholster your energy pistol and take aim. So our options are stun or kill. I'll go with stun. I don't like killing unless we have to. A bolt of golden light erupts from the barrel, bursting across the soldier's chest. The soldier drops to his knees, spasming wildly. You blast a soldier on horseback. He plummets from the saddle. You blast a joint of a trebuchet. Look out! The arm swings loose, bowling over a dozen soldiers before the whole machine collapses. Hey! I'm getting pretty good with this thing. Shame it can't carry more ammunition. Like a wave of steel and blood, your forces roll through Azura's ranks. By her radiant light, it's the Queen of Stormhold! Push them back! Don't let her break! Ugh! 4 arrows punch straight through the soldier's breastplate, hurling him to the ground. Thorngate archers, forward! It's Rose! Nice shooting! It's Rowan! Hardly. Give a soldier arrows that can pierce steel plate, and suddenly they think it's an excuse for sloppy aim. Listen up! I expect your next shots to strike the heart or the eyes. I love her. I love her. Rowan's archers laugh as they kneel and resume firing. We'll cover you from here. Push forward and give that witch a hello from me. Toward the rear of Azura's army, Azura's forces thicken, and your momentum begins to stall. Come on, we have to push through. You heard her, lads. Let's make the lady a path. Sir, yes, sir. Attack! For Tevin! For Orin! For Fidoria! The Fidorians charge, mowing down the Empire's rear guard with the ferocity of battle-hardened veterans. Gods, they're incredible! I told you they'd pull through. You spot a gap in the Empire's defenses, leading straight to Azura. That's all you. We'll hold the back door. Go give the witch what for. Come on, one last push. With the last of your forces, you surge on Azura's position. Yeah! Halt! Azura's royal guards block your path, bracing behind a line of glimmering white shields. Ooh, iron claws from the assassins! You unhook your iron claws and grab the top edge of a soldier's shield. Metal screams on metal as you rip the shield down and plunge your sword over the top, stabbing the soldier through his visor. As he falls, you unhook your claws under his helmet, yank it from his head, and swing it into the face of the knight on the left. Oof! The knights stagger backwards. You sprint up their shields, leap over their heads, and hit the other side running. Behind you, the shield wall falls apart as your troops burst through. Let's go! We're almost there! Out of the corner of your eye, you spot Raiden fighting two soldiers. Traitor! The soldier swipes at Raiden with an axe. I'm getting tired of people calling me that. Raiden sweeps his foe off his feet, snatches the axe, and buries it in the soldier's chest. Next customer. I knew you were a rat. Sorry, friend. Do I know you? I shall smite you in the name of the Empress. Haha, now I remember you. The guard from the prison. Guardsy, wasn't it? Ugh! The soldier lunges. Raiden pole vaults off the axe in the other man's chest, draws a golden dagger midair, and punches it through the attacker's face. Very well, Guardsy. Oh, he's sad. I love him. My name's not. You signal to Raiden, and he hurries to your side. We're moving in. Come on. I'm with you. How's your wound holding up? Fine, thanks to Madeline. But that's the last of our worries right now. Emerging on a blackened plateau, you find Azura still standing strong behind her shield, but above her... Rawr! Oh no. Sei is losing steam. What's the matter, little dragon? Tired already? I'm not. A rush of wind nearly throws you off your feet as Dom swoops overhead. Why settle for one dragon when you can have two? Stop talking and help me kill her! Dom lands in front of Azura with a ground-shaking thump. Sei lands behind her. Your soldiers surround the plateau. It's over, Azura. Surrender and oh crap. I will spare you or your death will be swift. I don't know what to say. My strategy guide doesn't say what to say. I don't want to leave her alive because I think she's incredibly dangerous. But I also feel like if I tell her we're gonna kill her, she won't surrender. I don't think she's gonna surrender in either case. But let's say surrender and I will spare you, and maybe we can just quietly off her later. Because yes, I'm that kind of monarch, okay? I will spare you. Will you now? How gracious you are! Oh, but child, there is just one problem. Azura lowers her shield. I have not even begun to fight! Azura lifts a hand, and a bolt of lightning lashes out, instantly draining the life force from 5 Stormholt soldiers. Oh! No! As the soldiers fall dead, Dom blasts Azura with flames, but she raises her shield again, now stronger than before. Enough! This ends now! Sei joins in, and both dragons blast Azura with the full force of their power, but when Dom pauses to draw breath, Azura drops her shield on Dom's side, slashes a tongue of lightning toward your forces, and another 10 soldiers fall dead. Damn it! Dom pours on the flame, but Sei stops to breathe. Azura's shield drops on Sei's side, Lightning licks out again, and more soldiers fall dead. This isn't working. I'm not gonna stand around here and die. Charge! Stormholt soldiers charge in, falling mid-strike as hungry bolts of lightning strike them dead. This isn't working. Dom and Sei circle Azura, alternating streams of fire, powerless to stop the sparking tongues that snap out to devour Stormholt soldiers. Dom, Sei, you have to stop. We have to get out of here. No, we can still beat her. This has to be enough. How can it not be enough? I think we should use my magic power? But Raiden said to leave. And I trust Raiden. And my strategy guide doesn't say. So, crap. I'm gonna retreat because I believe Raiden is right, but I don't understand why we're not using my magic power that Raiden found for me to bust open her shield. The answer seems to be so that there can be another chapter. I have to sound the retreat. Everyone, fall back. It's too late. You whip around and come face to face with a bloody Joran. A fresh battalion of Iron Empire soldiers surrounds the plateau on all sides. You caught us by surprise, Queen of Stormholt. That was a bold charge. Legendary, even. I see now why your people follow you. Why the old man was willing to die for you. And I admire your ferocity. Truly I do. But your moment of glory is over. Behind you, Azura's soldiers close in around both dragons. Sei falls to one knee, exhausted. Dom's fire fails as he pants for breath. Listen to me very carefully. Joran levels his spear, backing you toward Azura as he whispers beneath his breath. There is no more hope for you, but you may yet save your people. Surrender gracefully, and the Empress may still be merciful. No! As Dom's flames finally relent, Azura lowers her shield and raises her arms to the sky. No mercy! No dignity! No peace! Stormholt will burn atop the pyre. And I will light the spark! From Azura's outstretched hands, lightning forks in every direction, striking down more of your soldiers, as well as some of her own. Empress! For you? My Empress, surely this has to be enough power. Joran flinches as a bolt of energy snaps past his head. Hold your foolish tongue! I am the guiding hand. Their lives are mine to spend. And as for you... Azura turns toward Raiden. Hello, Empress. Raiden walks slowly forward. Please, no one else needs to die. Let us stop this senseless bloodshed and come to terms. At his side, Raiden's hand twitches, gesturing you to run away while he buys you time. Hey! Val, stay back! Why? So you can die a big dumb hero? Hell's with that! Enough! There will be no peace today, for slithering spies or anyone else! Azura raises her hand, power crackling between her fingers. Have you any last words, Spy Master? Only this. Everyone, run! Faster than you can see, Raiden's arm whips out, and a dagger flies through the air, slicing Azura's cheek. Treacherous serpent! Azura screams and hurls a bolt of lightning at Raiden. I don't think so! Val leaps in front of Raiden. Her amulet flashes, a magical shield bursting to life around her. What? As Azura's attack intensifies, the amulet grows brighter and brighter, then explodes. The shockwave knocks Azura off her feet. Huh? Val winces, tearing off the sizzling necklace, and tosses it aside as she helps Raiden to his feet. Hey, pretty boy, you alright? Val, you saved my life. Don't make me regret it. Raiden throws his arms around Val and pulls her into a hug. Yep, I'm regretting it. You. As Raiden releases Val, Azura rises to her feet, eyes crackling with hatred. She raises a sparking hand and prepares another attack, but Dom, breathing hard, steps into her path. I'm not done with you. That's enough! Everyone, back to the castle! No, not yet! Dom, compose yourself. We must get the others to safety. Damn it! As your soldiers flee, Sei grabs Raiden and Val and leaps into the air. Dom scoops you up onto his back and flaps after her. Ah, leaving so soon, little lion? Azura stands alone on the ground below, arms open wide in invitation. Where is your proud roar now? Do you still not wish to challenge me? Azura, I will avenge my soldiers and yours. Arrogant worm! Bolts of lightning chase you across the sky as Dom banks and flies away. As you soar over the battlefield, Jackson blows the horns from atop the castle walls, signaling your forces to retreat. Everyone, fall back. Not without you, sir. I'll cover your escape. Go. Below you, the remnants of your failed charge have been reduced to disarray. Soldiers break ranks and flee for their lives. Behind you, the storm clouds swell and surge. Raw plumes of power crackle off Azura, arcing 30 feet high as she stalks toward your home. Hells, Kenna, that was everything we had. All the power in the world. If all this couldn't beat her. Don't lose hope on me now. Until the moment we do, Azura hasn't won. Amidst a sea of figures heading toward Stormhold, you spy one heading the other way. Kenna, down there. Who is that? I think I have an idea. Oh no! It's Leonidas! Weaving between a soldier's feet and horse's hooves, Leonidas charges across the battlefield, headed straight for Azura. What is that crazy pup doing? He'll be killed! Dom swoops toward the ground. Leonidas looks to the sky as Dom's shadow passes over him, just long enough to hear you shout a single command. Leonidas, heal, boy! Sorry, Kenna. I am not a good little dog. I'm a big, bad wolf. Azura stalks amidst her army, smiting foes with bolts of lightning. Kneel before your empress. Kneel and die. Tall lady. What? Lightning bolts arc across the ground as Leonidas darts left and right, bounding across the field. Urgh. He leaps at Azura, chomping down on her leg. Leonidas shakes his head back and forth, teeth tearing into her calf. Get off me, you little vermin! Arrgh! Azura whips her arm out, lashing at Leonidas with tongues of lightning. Die! Too slow! Leonidas springs away, tearing the hem off Azura's dress and taking it with him. He bounds back toward the castle, trailing white fabric. There, you see? This battle's not over yet.
If we survive this, remind me to give Leonidas a slice of bacon. Or the whole pig.
Dom wheels into Stormholt and touches down in the courtyard. The instant you climb off his back, he reverts to human form, breathing heavily.
Okay, retreat was a good call.
Next time, don't argue. Jackson jogs up to you as the gate slams shut behind the last of your forces.
Queen Kenna, I believe all our forces made it back inside.
Good. Let's get the wounded to the infirmary and figure out our next move. You head to the top of the wall to survey the situation. All around you, Azura's surviving weapons lay siege to the wall, her forces closing in on the castle. Suddenly, you hear shouting from below.
Come on, you dogs!
At the base of the wall, a lone soldier is trapped outside, desperately holding her own against a flurry of Iron Empire blades. Jackson, we left someone behind!
And look!
Not far away, Diavalos grunts with effort, lifting the gate just wide enough to let a wounded squad slip beneath.
Where's your captain?
Sir, she stayed behind to cover our escape.
Damn it!
We've got to get out there and help her.
I can't advise that, my queen. We can't risk further casualties for just one life.
Would you say the same for a Stormholt soldier?
No. He's right. Diavalos joins you and Jackson on the wall. His knuckles clench white as he stares over the wall at the soldier below. Our forces need to prepare to defend the castle. I can't ask you to undertake a rescue mission for one soldier, no matter how brave.
You look from Jackson to Diavalos to the soldier outside the walls. Come on! You think I'm afraid of you lot? I've wiped tougher foes off the soles of my boots! Will you mount a rescue mission to save a single soldier? Yes, I'm going after her. I can't not. Soldiers of Abanthus are defending our home. I won't cower behind a wall and watch them die. You snatch up a rope off the battlements. Get ready to defend the gate. I'm going below.
You what? Queen Kenna, wait!
You leap from the wall and swing to the ground below, rolling to both feet at the Navraki soldier's side. What the hells? Your rescue party's here. I don't need no stinking rescue, least of all from you. Hush now, don't make me change my mind.
That's Queen Kenna. Seize her!
2 Empire soldiers charge. One with a horned helmet rushes toward you, and the other lunges for the Navraki soldier. I don't know which one to pick. I feel like if I defend myself, I'm saying that I trust her to handle the other one. But I also don't want to look selfish. I don't know what the right decision is. We'll defend the Navraki soldier. I don't know if she's wounded or anything. With a whirling sidestep, you jam your blade into the Navraki soldier's attacker. Oof. Heh. Thanks. Guess I ought to return the favor. You quickly duck as the Navraki soldier whirls, her sword arcing through the air and straight into the chest of the other soldier. You and the Navraki soldier stand back to back as the enemy circles closer, probing for openings. What's your name? It's Ida. Well, Ida, am I living up to my reputation? Not hardly. You ain't even breathed fire yet. Is that what you lot say about me? Among other things. Listen, what do you say instead of waiting for the next wave, we put these boys on our heels. I like the way you think. Which one do you want? I'll take the winged helmet. All yours. Before the Iron Empire soldiers have time to react, you and Ida strike. Urgh. Ugh. You hurl yourself at the soldier, grabbing him by the helmet and jabbing your blade up through his armpit. He screams and falls dead. You turn to see Ida put down the other soldier with a savage stab to the throat. Now have I lived up to my reputation? I'd tell you to ask these fellows, but they're dead. So, yes.
Queen Kenna, over here!
Jackson hails you from behind the castle gate, which is open just a few feet. You and Ida squeeze through, and the gate falls shut behind you. Bloody black hells! Can't believe we survived that. I owe you a drink when this is all over. I look forward to it. By the way, I wanted to ask. I should say, have we met somewhere before, or what made you stay behind like that? Have we met somewhere before? Aye. More times than I care to remember. Ruins of Rajkur, Battle of the Bay. But I gotta say, being on your side for once, it's a nice change of pace. No arguments there. Awestruck soldiers of Abanthus surround you.
Ida, you're alive!
Of course I'm alive! And it's thanks to this crazy devil of a woman right here. Let's hear it for the Queen of Stormholt! Hear, hear! The soldiers cheer. Diavalos claps Ida on the shoulder, dismisses the rest, and shakes his head at you in awe. You're insane, you know that? Why in three hells did you go out there? Because we're all on the same side. Or we're better than Azura. Let's say we're on the same side. Your soldiers are our soldiers. And I hope if the roles were reversed, you and your men would do the same for one of mine. After that little display, I don't think I could stop them. Diavalos hurries off to join the rest of his soldiers as Jackson rejoins you.
Are you finished giving me a heart attack?
For now.
Hells. Well, if that doesn't win over the Navraki troops, I don't know what will. So what now? With the damage Dom did to those trebuchets, the walls might hold out till morning. We could regroup and mount a second charge tomorrow.
You start to reply, but you're cut short by the sound of an explosion, followed by screams and clashing swords.
Oh, what now?
They're inside the castle.
The secret passage. I thought we barricaded it.
We did! Those cannons must have blown it open. Boom! The gate shutters behind you. More cannons? A soldier shouts from atop the gatehouse. Battering ram! They've got a battering ram! Get some archers up here, we have to... Ugh! A lash of crackling energy claws along the top of the wall, killing any soldier it can find. Everyone down! Race the gate! Hold them here as long as you can. Everyone else fall back to the keep.
We're with you, Kenna.
This battle is not over yet. You sprint through the castle and find fighting in the kitchen. In a narrow doorway, Kailani and the Panrion fighters shelter behind an upended table, holding a squad of Iron Empire soldiers at bay. Noah, Tsunami, coming right up. Noah crouches, taking the table onto his shoulder. Kailani leaps on top of it and Noah stands, launching her behind the enemy line. Yeah! Oof! As the soldiers collapse, Kailani spots you. Kenna and pals! How's it going out there? Bad. Azura is breaking through the gates.
We're all falling back to the throne room.
Got it. Everybody, let's move out. You hurry on to the guest quarters and find Zenobia cornered by 2 soldiers. She frantically swings a hot fire poker. Ugh! Get away from me, you freaks!
We should help her.
Do we have to?
Of course we do. You grab for your sword.
But before you can draw it, Helene barrels past you with a roar. I love Helene so much. She brains one soldier with her pommel and slashes the other across the back. What? Helene? You saved me?
I believe the words you are looking for are thank and you. Zenobia, Helene, we're falling back to the throne room. Let's go.
You hurry on, rounding the corner to the throne room.
Queen Kenna, over here! We've secured the throne room. Thank goodness you're alive. We held them in the secret passage for as long as we could. I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
It's all right. Are all of our forces inside? Yes, my lady.
Archers are posted at every window.
And the wounded. Annalise rounds the corner, leading a line of soldiers bearing their injured allies on gurneys. This way! Get them to the back of the throne room! Madeline hurries past with a bone saw.
And keep that man's leg elevated. I don't want to have to use this.
Aaron directs a squad of soldiers carrying medical supplies and equipment through the doors. Put the bandages near the dais, herbs and tinctures behind the pillar. Annalise pauses to wipe the sweat from her brow and spots you. Kenna, don't worry. All our injured are accounted for. I saw to it myself.
Thank you.
Annalise nods and darts inside the doors as you turn to the soldiers.
Now let's barricade this hallway and get ready to...
The corridor shakes as the doors at the other end fly open.
And Azura strides toward you, flanked by soldiers.
Ah! Queen of Stormholt! There you are! I thought perhaps you'd fled.
You draw your sword. Not on your life.
No, of course not. Your capacity for stubbornness runs too deep, like a weed. And like a weed, it seems I must pry you up from your very foundations, root and stem.
Azura and her soldiers advance, backing you into the throne room.
At one end of the hall stands the last might of the 5 kingdoms.
At the other stands Azura and the full force of the Iron Empire. And you are all that stands between them.
Then Clover steps forward. That's enough!
Clover, get behind me.
Apologies, Your Majesty, but I will not. Azura's icy laugh fills the hall. It seems this day brings no shortage of familiar faces. Clover, my dear, stand aside. Your Empress commands it. Clover shakes, Azura's every word striking her with a lifetime's weight of love, fear, and servitude. But she stands firm. No, you are not my Empress. You're just a bully. And if you want to kill Kenna and all these people, you'll have to go through me.
Clover.
You would really die for us? In a heartbeat, Your Majesty. These past few weeks have been some of the happiest of my life. You and your people, you're good, and I would give anything to protect that. No, Azura rolls her eyes. Lifting one hand, she casually flicks her wrist, tossing a tiny dart of lightning at Clover. Ah! Clover staggers backwards into your arms, clutching at her chest. Queen Canna, I am afraid this is it. Life force fading, vision growing dim. Thank you, Clover. No, thank you. I'm just glad that in my final moments, I could be of some small service to... Clover, you're not dying. What? She barely burned your dress. You're going to be fine. I'll make sure of it. Stormholt soldiers help Clover to her feet and escort her to the back of the room. You stand and face Azura. So that was like a comic relief section, I guess. Hands crackling with power, Azura approaches. Kenna. Dom, no! Everyone stay back. Callant to the end. Any last thoughts, Queen of Stormholt? Just one. Azura, I challenge you to single combat. What? You heard me. A fight to the death. Just the two of us. That is, unless you're too afraid. Afraid? Afraid? I am mighty as the storm, deathless as the stars. I am she who shines brightest of all. You think me too afraid to face you, a child? Prove me wrong. Azura's eyes flicker with uncertainty. She glances from you, to your friends and allies, to her own soldiers, and a smile creeps slowly across her face. Very well then. Azura's eyes spark. I accept. Okay. You faced the armies of Empress Azura and fought to defend Stormholt. She was shocked by the size and ferocity of your army. You braved a desperate rescue mission and saved the life of Ida, a Navraki soldier. You challenged Empress Azura to single combat, and she accepted. Who is this last person? Did we screw up somewhere? I don't know what's going on with that. You can probably hear my keyboard. I'm typing real quickly to see, to see who. I really thought it would be Diafolos, but I don't. We only have 2 chapters left, so. And the thing of it is, I feel like if we'd met them and screwed up, and if we didn't recruit someone, then, like, it would still give us their name. It just wouldn't be, it would say not recruited instead of recruited, or like died or something if we'd done something wrong. So it's very puzzling to me why we don't have whoever the final what are those letters? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up. I don't know if that showed on the. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I thought it was Diafolos, which is that number of letters. I wonder if it's Navraki. Navraki and Diavalos both fit there. So maybe it's a final recruiting of the Navraki family or people, or I don't know. It's very puzzling to me. We know it's not Joran because Joran is not enough letters, and we know it's not Azura because, again, not enough letters. So who does that leave? Who does that leave? Fate, if not... Okay, allies mean... All right, we found a... Here it is. Luther, the puppy, Clover, Madeline, Zenobia, Florian, Lauren, Hex, Anton, Leah, Diavalos. So I was right. It is the right number of letters. But why haven't we recruited him? That's what I don't understand. You'd think if there was going to be a recruitment of Diavalos, it would have happened by now. Because we've done everything we're supposed to do to be nice to him. We didn't kiss him, but we did have sex with him. So we didn't kiss him at that first when we were talking to him alone in the airship. But we did have sex with him during the party night, for going off riding with him. And then we just saved his own Captain Ida. So you would think, right, if we were gonna recruit him, that it would have happened by now. So that's just kind of confusing to me. But, well, I don't know. Maybe it's the next chapter. We do still have one more chapter. So, well, actually, we have 2 more chapters. So, right? 16, 17. Yeah, we've got 2 more chapters. So there you go. Wow, okay. I didn't mean to make that go on for so long. I'm sorry. I should have done that on my own time. So anyway, that was chapter 15. My name is Anna Mardal, and I will see you in the next 2 videos. Thank you if you're coming along with me on this. It's been a long, wild ride, and I hope it's exciting for you. I've had fun, so I'm glad I did this. It makes me kind of want to read a book like this with more stuff in it, like fleshing out the bits and pieces. And I think that's good. If you're enjoying a visual novel and you think, my God, I love this visual novel, I just want more of it as like a novel, then I feel like that means the visual novel is good and it's doing a good job holding your interest. So it's not good when you're playing a visual novel and you're like, I wish I had less of this. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.